A new global study shows that freshwater is disappearing at alarming rates. Research using 20 years of satellite data reveals unprecedented continental drying. Jay Famiglietti with ASU's School of Sustainability joins us now. Jay, it's good to see you again. This is a new study. This is not good. First of all, when we talk about freshwater, what exactly are we talking about?
So we're talking about the water that is on land or in the ice sheets, as opposed to in the ocean. And then when we're on land, we're talking about snow and ice and soil moisture, surface water in our rivers and our reservoirs, and groundwater.
Okay, so the research used 20 years of satellite data? Talk to us more about that, because that's fascinating.
Well, it's very cool data. It's data from NASA's Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, or GRACE mission, which has been running since 2002. And it allows us to track the changes around the world in all the water that's available on a monthly basis. And then when we look over the 22 years, we can look at the long-term trends, and that's a lot of what we reported on in that study.
What does the satellite data show? Because a lot of aquifers and such, I would think, would be difficult to see.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of using the gravity data, by the way. It's a gravity mission, and so it's actually weighing storage changes rather than seeing something on the surface. It's weighing the changes of water mass that enter or leave the area. So that's how we can get at groundwater. But some of the key findings of the paper were the continents are drying at a very rapid clip, and the areas that are drying, the areas where that drying is occurring, are expanding at 2 times the area of California each year. That water is ending up in the ocean and driving up sea level rise. And when we look across the world, we're seeing that about 75% of the population lives in the 101 countries that have lost fresh water over the last 22 years.
Something you mentioned is counterintuitive, and that is losing fresh water, sea levels increase. How does that dynamic work?
So there's not that many places where water can go on the Earth. It's frozen in the ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica. There's water in the ocean. There's water on the continents. And there's water stored in the atmosphere, but really not very much. By comparison to the ice sheets and the ocean and the land, the atmosphere doesn't store very much. And there's really only one place that water is going to go when it leaves the continents, or it leaves Greenland, or it leaves Antarctica. Through runoff, through melting, through evaporation, it ends up in the ocean.
Interesting. Arizona, desert Southwest, I can't imagine the picture is very good.
It's not only in Arizona, but across, we talk about this mega drying region of southwestern North America. And so it's not just the southwestern U.S., it extends down into Mexico as well. And so we're right in the crosshairs of this drying and climate change and the need to really protect groundwater.
And I read, I think, from the report that the dry areas, they're drying out faster than the wet areas are getting wetter, correct?
That's exactly right. That's right. And as I mentioned, the areas that are getting drier are growing. And so by definition, that means that the areas that are getting wetter are getting smaller.
Only the tropics are doing well, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what do we do? Besides wringing our hands here? What can be done?
So that's an excellent question, and I've been wringing my hands for most of my career trying to figure out how we can get this message out. I think public awareness is important at all levels, from the general public to our environmental managers, resource managers, and our elected officials around the world. In the United States, in places like Arizona, we're thinking very carefully about and acting on improving our groundwater management. So that's positive, because that needs to be done. The real challenge, I think, is internationally. How do we elevate what we talk about in this paper, the loss of freshwater, the rapid changes? How do we elevate it to the level at which we talk about carbon dioxide?
Yeah.
That's a huge challenge.
It's a challenge, but I would imagine if you explain what it means as far as food is concerned, what it means as far as water security is concerned, maybe some of that drifts into the consciousness, huh?
I think those are really, really important levers, helping people understand why this is important. It's more than just an academic research paper. It affects the food that's on your table, right? It affects your national security, your international relationships. It's water. It's it's everywhere.
You have described this as an all-hands-on-deck moment, and this is a research paper. And sometimes research papers gather dust on shelves, and other times people see them, they use them, and they act on them. What do you want to see done with this research?
So I want to see things happen at a couple of levels. I want to see things happen statewide, and not just in Arizona, but in all the states, thinking about the United States and thinking very carefully about groundwater management. And internationally, globally, I would like to see more discussions of water and water security in the UN, IPCC, in that climate change framework. We talk about the COP meetings, really need to be talking about water alongside of carbon and alongside of food at those meetings.
Interesting. Jay Famiglietti, again, ASU School of Sustainability. Well, I hope people are starting to pay attention.
I hope so. Let's say that they really need to.
Yeah, all right. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And that is it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great evening.